Hello, stampers and crafters. This is Kevon from ktstamps.com, creating cards for you. And I am happy to say it's a beautiful Wednesday in the neighborhood. And we got some great cards coming out. Just trying to get everything set up so we can go for it. I hope our internet is working well today compared to the way it has been working. This is our sketch from today. It is from Simply Simple Stamping. Connie is a incredible demonstrator, and I really like her sketch. So we're going to follow that today. And hopefully you guys will really like what I did. First, to start out, we are coming in with some of our new, I think it's online exclusives. This is called the Sunflower Fields, and it is designer series paper. And it is absolutely beautiful with all these fabulous colors on here. They're fall colors, and they match on the back. It's like, oh, this is one of my favorite packs of designer series paper. Look at this. Isn't this beautiful? I mean, I love all the colors, all the golden glows and Cajun Craze and old olive. And it looks like we got some beige, not beige, but some early espresso. And what is that? Crumb cake. It is just fabulous. Some Daffodil Delight. I just think, look at this. Ah! Isn't this beautiful? I think I'm using this possibly next time, or I'm going to use something else. But anyway, this sketch I am doing for the next 2 weeks. This is the card that I created. So this week we are just doing plain old cards, and next week's we are going to do some fun folds. So with this, I am also using the Radiant Sunflower Bundle, and it is nothing but the stamps and the die cuts. They're fabulous, fabulous. I'm also using the retired Faux glass dots. I really like them. I use them on here, and I thought that they just fit right in. I also thought about the holographic resin dots because I thought it would really bring out some of the greens, so I may do that on the next one. But I had both of them in there. This is from the die cut, okay, and this is Daffodil Delight with a golden glow on being stamped on here. The stamp is in Cajun Craze, same as the front. Down here is the golden glow with old olive. So this time I put this green on here, and I really don't like it. So I'm going to try it without the green layer on this one. And I put them both down in our instructions. So all the measurements are available for you on my website. If you take a close look at the sketch this time, it also has all the measurements you need on that. I followed it to the T with this card without the circle. I added the sunflower instead. And instead of I made this in here instead of a focal point, I just used the words with down below on the punch or die cut. It looks like that's just going to be the words. I didn't want that. I wanted to do something just a little bit different. So here is everything we need. I'm going to bring in my silicone pad. And I'm going to start with putting, oh boy, I have a lot of stuff around here. Looks like I'm going to run out of tape in just a minute, so we'll go until I do. So this is our, I think this is too big, as I thought. I'm sorry, I thought I had all this all cut up, but obviously I did not. All right. Yep, this is one of the old guillotine covers. This is just going to be on my layer for the back. And then I'm putting it on, this is Golden Glow, this is Old Olive, and again, our basic white. And this is just going on the back, or on the inside as the insert. And before I do that, I'm going to do one more thing. I found out on my other one, I did not score it very well. So I want to make sure that I give it a good score. And hello, everybody who is on. Thank you, thank you, thank you for showing up. I really appreciate you being here with me. All right, so that's what we have. So now we're going to start off with everything we need. We're going to go ahead and get our designer series paper. And we are going to just put that on the Cajun Craze. And you can see that for the most part, these are cut at the exact same height. So this is going to go on at the side. And I'm leaving just a little bit of room. Now you can see that the top part is showing just a little bit, so I'm just going to take my scissors and just cut right along as carefully as I can, just the top of the card base. Then we are going to take our hello friend, and I knew we were going to run out, except for I don't see any more of that around here, so I'll have to bring in my other little one. And again, when I stamped this, I made sure that I stamped it a little bit higher on the top side. And again, the words come from the Radiant Sunflower bundle. On the inside, I think I wrote, wishing you so much happiness, also came from this. I stamped this, and then I used the die cut out these little leaves and cut out this great big circle. So that's what I used for the inside. From here, this just went down. On this. And I do like this a little bit better. I don't know. You guys that are watching, please let me know. What do you like better? Do you like the extra layer, or do you like this? They're two different looks. I really like them both. All right, so now we are taking this. We're going to bring in our little glue dots, and we are just going to add a big old glue dot in the middle of our flower. Okay, so this has our little glue dot, and we're just going to put it inside here. All right, we're going to turn our flower just a little bit, and then we're going to line this up. And I think that's where I want to line it. Take a look at the back. I'm going to bring in my glue, and I'm just going to put some on this part of the stem. And then we're just going to lay that right on top. Okay, we're turning this over then. And we are going to add dimensionals on the top, but we're going to add liquid glue to the bottom 2 leaves and the stem. So, we're bringing in our, I can go about every 3, so I can do that. And I'm just making these long enough so we can get this to work when we stick it in the mail. And I'm going to find out a couple more. We can use a big one. I'll grab that later on. This is from the mini glue dots, and we're just adding that down at the bottom. So now we just want to take a look at how do we want this to go. I really like this, and it's going to stick, oops, at the top, but be glued at the bottom. So the dimensionals will give it a little bit of a pop to it on top. A pop on top. Whoop, whoop. I really like this new sunflowers. I love sunflowers in the summer. I love eating sunflower seeds in the summer. It's kind of like baseball season. So we have that. There we go. So now we are just going to take this and we're going to put it just, I'm going to stick it like right here. That's what I'm going to do. All right, guys. Layer, no layer. Which one do you like? Come on. Let me know. Give it to me. I like both. This one seems like it kind of spots the center a little bit more, but that's me, and maybe it's just because I wanted it to be here. So now we're going to add our holographics on this one and see what it's going to look like. So it's going to be just a little bit different than our other one. And you guys can tell me what you think about that too. Let's put this one up. Hello, friend. And we'll put a little one down here. So we've used both on this, and I would love to have your opinion on what you guys think. Here is both of these. There we go. And I found my little ribbon from last week that I lost. So there we go. Let me know in the comments. I like both of them. So I'm with you guys as far as that goes. They're both just fun fall colors. And no, I am not ready for fall yet. So this is what we did. You guys, I would also encourage you to find that pen or pencil that you can just go ahead, little heart, make sure you sign that, okay? Because I think stuff like that is just really important, that when you send it to somebody, they know that that's from you. So make sure that you give that a little signage so they know. All right, so we're going to go to our next project. So that was our first one. So the next one is going to be just a little bit different. We are going to use the Violet Dream Specialty Designer Series paper, and it comes with 2 sheets of these beautiful little, I call them stickers because I don't really know exactly what they would be, but I used the stickers. And I used this sticker. I really like this. I think it is really fun. And all I'm going to do is just pull this out. These colors are the Hydrangea Hue, the Peaceful Pine. This is Fresh Freesia. We have the, I think these are different shades of the Gorgeous Grape. But this is also, oh, I love these colors. They are just some of my favorite colors. This is what I'm using as our little, this is a card we are making. I am using this as just part of the little layer on the front. But it has these beautiful flowers. Love them. And then all of these different designs. You guys, I'm a sucker for any purple color. There's black in here too. So we have dots in black. We have, look at this hues, the hydrangea hues and all the different colors that it has. Look at the black with all the beautiful colors. I think there's some Daffodil Delight in here. Yeah, hopefully you're looking at the other side too. These are just so beautiful. And again, oh, it's Darling Duckling. Gorgeous. The Hydrangea, the Peaceful. Oh, the Secret Sea. Maybe that was Secret Sea instead of black. I always thought it was black. Oh, it's Secret Sea. Oh my goodness, I didn't know that before. All right, so that's what we're using on this card. I really like this card. I like the way that it looks. We're using the 1 3/4 circle punch. Okay, and that's going to be down in the bottom. This is Peaceful Pine, and I just stamped it in Peaceful Pine. We have the framed violets, and I used the scallop over here. So this is a pretty big size. And then I used the oval part just right in the inside, so kind of the whites fit together, so then I could shine the Fresh Freesia just a little bit more. So that's what I used, Sending Love. And then I didn't do anything except for this in the middle. Put this on the bottom, but I really didn't like having this, so we're just going to use this. So it will be then the Peaceful Pine, the white, and then the stripe at the bottom. But we will put this in, and I'll show you how to do that. All right, we have our Peaceful Pine stamps. We have our layered stamps, which we will use. I used the antique pearls, and I also used the retired grapevine shimmer because I just think they just fit. This just fits with this. So a little bit disappointed that is no longer with us. Then I used some of the Peaceful Pine bordered ribbon, a couple of Daubers, and everything we need to put this together. All right, so here's how this goes. We have our base copy, and this is our card base, I should say. Thank you, thank you, thank you for whoever is watching. Yes, yes, yes. I love having people watch. Thank you for showing up. All right. So here we are with this. We are going to, we'll just start with the outsides. This is Gorgeous Grape. This is from my Violet Dream Designer Series paper. I think it's called Violet Dreams. That's what it's called. Bring in my silicone pad again. I'm going to do, it just hurts me to put tape down here. Yeah, oh, because I love this side of the, oh, I just love that side of the card base, or the Designer Series paper. There we go. And this looks like this is fresh Freesia. We're going to take this, hold on just a minute. It looks like my card base is not cut very evenly. I want to make sure that I cut it. There we go. And now I'm going to bring that in. And on the first one, I put the layer to the left side. This time I'm going to put the layer to the right side. Again, just a different way to take a look at it. And again, next week, I'm going to show you how to do fun folds with this exact sketch. So now this is a little bit long, just like the other one. We're going to cut this off just a little bit. There we go. All right, so now we are coming in with our fresh Freesia. And we're just going to glue this down. There we go. And I would use the scallops to try to separate these, or to try to give them some type of a straight line. So you're using just the little scallop in the middle of it. So that will help you out. Then we're going to attach this. And this is going to go right in the middle. There we go. And then we're bringing in our flower. And our flower, we are going to use a lot of these. So I'm just taking my little, the end of my mini dimensionals, and I'm just going to use that as part of my dimensionals, sticking everything down. But I do need to be careful of this top part. I don't want this hanging off onto the purple because it'll pull it down. So now I'm just going to come in and use some of these. And this is the best thing, because there's a lot of times you just don't know what to do with these once you are done. And I'm just going to put that on there and throw these on here. And then stick this one down here in the middle. And I only need a couple of glue dots to make sure these stay down. There we go. All right. So again, you can use less. I just really like to use just a little bit more, so when you put them in the mail, they pop up when someone gets them. And I love this because I love the fact that we are sending love. We are sending love to somebody we care a lot about. I just had some friends get married and I didn't really have a fun card to give them. That was more having to do with marriage. So I just put something like sending love to them because I just care a lot about them. And sometimes you just don't have the things you need to make a good card or the time. So here we go. We've taken everything off the back of the beautiful flowers. So now we're sticking this down towards the bottom. There we go. I got that. So now I am bringing in my ribbon, and all I'm going to do is tie just a little bow. Bringing in my scissors. And then I am going to add a glue dot to the back and stick it right in the middle of where all the flowers connect at the bottom. And it just will cover up a little bit of the leaves. All right, so we have that. These you can buy on Amazon. They're for ponytails, but they work really well with your ribbons. All right, so we have that. Before I put everything on, I want to do the insides. All right, so now our insides. Oh, that's what that was for. When I did the insides, I grabbed this beautiful little flower here. Brought out my acrylic stamping pad or stamping block. This is all ready. So now let me see if I can get that just a little bit better. There we go. We are doing this. We're going to take the purple, and with our glue dots, we're just going to take that and just go around the outside and just try to stamp the flower part. And it's going to be lightly inked, because I just wanted something that was very lightly inked so I could put it right in the middle of the card. And then we have our new Peaceful Pine, and that is just going to be down at the bottom. And that's that. That's how I got the thing in the middle. So we're going to take this. I'm going to give it a Darth Vader huff. And then I'm going to stamp this right in the middle. There you go. And you need either a silicone pad or a Stampin' Piercing pad, a little bit of give with these. And so it will give it just a little bit. You can barely see it down here, but it gives just a little bit to give you a clean stamped look instead of it being all over the place. So now, and by what I mean by that is smearing, and you don't get a nice complete image. And we're just going to put this on. Don't you like that Concord grape? And fabulous looking Peaceful Pine. Oh my God, I just think this is lovely. So I'm going to just put that at the bottom. I really like the way the insides look. I think that the inserts are absolutely beautiful. We used to, a long time ago when I first started, we used to do a lot of these flowers in the middle. We'd stamp off. Now we don't have to worry about stamping off because you can still write over top of them. Gives them a nice clean look. And I have this to be in the middle. Thank you again for everybody who follows me, for everybody who gives me comments, for all my Facebook followers and subscribers. Thanks for giving me likes. For those people who follow me and subscribe to me, thank you very much. I always like to be liked and get likes and all that good stuff. So thank you, thank you. So now we're just taking Wink as Stella, and of course I am the glitter queen, so I love to put some sparkle on the flowers, because when I see flowers they make me happy inside, so that gives me a little bit of a sparkle. Love it. And these colors are so beautiful together. Oh my God, I love them. I just think they are beautiful. Love the fresh Freesia with the peaceful pine. Oh, the gorgeous grape. Oh, they're just beautiful. So I did that, and you can kind of see the shine, or big kinda. So I am just going to use these and put these down at the bottom. I am using the mid-size, so I'm going to space them just a little bit differently than I did before and give them a roundness around the bottom. I wanted them to look just a little bit different. So I did that, and now I am bringing in these, and what I did, I'm using the gorgeous grape, and that's these up here. So they're a little bit bigger because I am running out of these. Oh, I think that one's a light one. Oh, well. There we go, and I have one little one left for this one up here. So that's what that looks like. Doesn't it look beautiful? It just gives that nice little shine. Oh, I just think it is absolutely beautiful. I love this card. So anyway, and because it's purple, of course I would love this card. I always love purple. So that is our second card. So these are our cards that we did today. And I'm just going to turn that over and give that one a great big love, KT. And this one, a great big love, KT. So those are our cards that we did today. Now, I am doing a swap, and I loved the way this sketch was. And so I said, you know what? I'm going to make a card out of this sketch because I loved it so, so much. So this is the card that I made. This is my Halloween card. And I am doing a technique sheet for it, so then you can read it, and I'll share that with you so you can create this card. But I just thought it was sweet, getting ready for Halloween. So there are my cards that I made, and I hope that you like them as much as I do, and I hope that you will give me a like. I hope you will just give me a comment. I hope that you tell me I am doing exactly what you needed, because you needed to have a little goodness come your way, and the goodness right now is called KT Stamps, creating cards for you. So take care of yourself, and I will see you in a week. Thank you very much for just giving me a shout out, for looking at my videos, for looking at my my website, everything along that line. I'm just feel very, very, very blessed. So thank you again for stamping with me, and I can't wait till next Wednesday to stamp again with you. Take care, y'all. Bye-bye.